Hello everyone, hope you are doing well, and I'm also doing well. Thanks for your prayers and wishes. And today we're going to talk about simple past versus past perfect. I slept and I had slept. Now this is one thing which bothers many people, and I want to clarify each of them one by one. So I slept means simple past, okay, and it is actually isolated action, only single action in past. So I woke up at 5 yesterday, I went to office, I came back, I watched TV, I slept. Single action, no influence on the current moment, okay. However, on the other hand, I had slept is past perfect. So we use had, we include had when we use past perfect. Now what is past perfect? Past perfect is actually double action in past. That means one action happening after the other in the past, okay. So what example I can give you? So first of all, the formula is subject plus had plus v3 plus object, you can check above, plus before or when plus subject plus v2 plus object. So now this means the second part is the simple past, which you already know, I hope, if you check grammar or if you have checked it in past. Now the example would be the train had left before I reached the station, okay. Now the train had left is one action, before I reached the station is another action. There are two actions happening one after the other in the past. One is the train leaving, the second is me reaching the station, okay. Now they both happened one after the other in past, and that is where we use past perfect tense, okay. Now since I explained we have two actions going on one after the other in the past, one thing that is very important for you to note is we do not always say both the actions in past. We very often speak only once, only one action, I'm sorry, okay. So for example, the train had already left. We do not usually say the complete sentence, right? The train had left before I reached the station. So for example, let's take some more examples, okay, to make it more clear. Why didn't you pick my call yesterday? Actually, I had already slept. We don't say I had already slept before you called necessarily, right? We usually use the first sentence, okay. Why didn't you eat the chocolate brownie yesterday? Actually, I had already eaten a lot. We do not necessarily say I had eaten a lot before you brought chocolate brownie, okay. Why didn't you watch the climax of the movie yesterday? Actually, I had already heard story many times. We do not have to say I had heard story 2 or 3 times before the climax came, okay. So the point that I'm trying to make here is, in reality, as per grammar, we have two actions going after one another in past. That is when we use had, okay. And the second action is often understood. That is why we do not say the second action, okay. So the point is, what is the difference between I ate, I had eaten? So we use past perfect, we use I had eaten when there's a sense of two actions happening one after the other in the past. So you need to kind of get used to it, okay. There are some people who already speak correctly. For them, they don't need to know why, okay. But if you're trying to catch up, if you're trying to improve, enhance English for you, it is important to know when exactly to use had, when exactly not to use had. So had is included when we use past perfect, which means there should be a sense of double action in past, even though you do not say both the action, okay. So as I said, right, I had already eaten a lot. I had already slept before you called. I had already heard the story many times before the end came, before the climax came. So in all these sentences, there's a sense of two actions happening one after the other. So remember, whenever you come across this situation of two things happening one after the other, you use past perfect, that is, you include had. Otherwise, it has got to be only simple past. I ate a lot, I heard the story many times, and I slept, okay. I hope this is clear. If any question, please put comments on the YouTube channel or whatever, wherever you can put the comment, and I would be happy to assist you further with this, okay. I think I'm done with this, and hope to see you next time. Bye bye.